about a thing. But don't you worry about a thing now. Every little thing is gonna be alright. I rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds pitched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry, singing, don't worry about a thing. But don't you worry about a thing now. Every little thing is gonna be alright. I rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds pitched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true, singing, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry, singing, don't worry about a thing. But don't you worry about a thing now. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Every little thing is gonna be alright.
Good morning. Wow, how is everybody? The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day, huh? I want to thank Cammie for her beautiful music on the bowls this morning. Thank you so much. Thank you for all who participated and came to early guided meditation service. And Cammie plays bowls before that as well as we go into our group meditation. So thank you for that. Let's see, I have a couple announcements. All this here is for you. So if you would like to light a candle this morning for any kind of a prayer that you would like to offer for the world, for yourself, for someone else, please come forward at any time during the service today that you feel you would like to do that and light a candle. The board is for names that you would like included in Lou's prayer this morning. It doesn't matter if it's full, just right up the side. She can read it, and she will include those in her prayer this morning. You only have a couple more minutes while I'm talking to write on the board, but please feel that you can get up and do that. And then, Lance, if you'd be so good, where are you? To put the board up for Lou so she can see that. Thank you. This Wednesday evening is the fourth Wednesday. We will have spiritual practices. And if you have your own yoga mat that you would like to bring and wear maybe some comfortable clothing, we go through some spiritual practices. We do some Tai Chi and we do some light yoga and maybe some chair yoga as well, and go into some guided meditation. And the point is just for you to actually experience some spiritual practice and maybe take those practices home and incorporate them into your life. So that's happening at 7 p.m. this Wednesday. Okay, we have a yard sale coming up, May 17th, 18th, and 19th, our CSL yard sale, which is a great fundraiser for our center. Bring your stuff now. We have a place to keep it. We would love if you brought it cleaned and ready to sell already. It's a lot easier on our volunteers. There's also a sign-up sheet for the women's retreat, CSL Women. Woo! That is coming up in August 17th, 18th, and 19th. I'd appreciate if you could sign up now so we know in advance what we're looking at. There are limited spaces there for that. The sign-up sheet is over there. There is a cost, and all the information is on that sheet. If you need to know anything else, please just ask. Okay, a couple things we're looking for. Remember Dinner for Eights? We are looking for people to host Dinner for Eights if you would like to. So a Dinner for Eight is a fundraiser where if you're hosting it, you say, I will make dinner for 8 people. And they sign up to come, and they give a donation to the center for $25, and then, and it doesn't have to be 8, it could be 10, it could be 20. If you're Nancy Hutto, it's 25. And so that's a fundraiser for us, and the host hosts and provides the meal for that. And we're so grateful for people who do that. It's really fun to gather at someone else's home and get to know them in an intimate, different way. So it's really a fun time. If you would like to host a dinner for 8, can I have the core council people raise their hands, please? And you can talk with anyone on the core council if you'd like to do a dinner for 8. The other thing we do are canvas and cocktails. And I know Mariah and Tamara are experts at canvas and cocktails, and that's great. But if you have something to offer for people, y'all kind of know what that is. You go and you learn how to do some kind of a painting or a craft or anything it could be. That works the same way. They host that. The people sign up and pay $25 volunteer or $25 donation to the center and go have your fun with your cocktails and canvas. So we're looking for hosts for those things. Just let me know if you, again, core council member, you can let them know. Well, one more piece of business. We're going to have a meeting after service next week. It's the 5th Sunday. We're going to have a short meeting for anyone who is interested in forming a committee for a fundraiser for Deltorado Days, which happens in our park next door. We are set up perfectly here to have a fundraiser for everything that goes on. And we have talked about, you guys remember the big wheel from the Soul Feast? Wouldn't that be so fun to have that as part of our fundraising thing? It'll be in our own space here, but we need a committee that can brainstorm ideas of how that might work for us and set up some volunteers for that. So we're just going to gather after the service next week. I'll remind you again next week, anyone interested in helping that to happen.
We're looking for exotic dancer volunteers.
Well, David. I also want to thank everyone who came to the David Starr concert on Friday. It was fabulous, of course. Always good to see him, and he loves to come here because we have such a great community to play for and such a great sound person and sound in our place. Yeah, so he loves that. It was a great success, and I want to put a plug in because in May 12th, our musical guest will be Genevieve Rose Mitchell. And if you haven't seen Genevieve, this is the time to do it. I'll say
yes, so Genevieve has been to American Idol and back, etc. And she plays all around the country, etc. So we're really looking forward to having her come back. If you've seen her before, she is a friend of our center since she was 8 years old.
She played her when she was 8. Yeah.
She's 21.
Something,
Yeah. So that's a good time, and that will be May 12th. All right. That was a lot of announcements. Now, Lance, if you would bring that up. I just invite you all to relax here right now. Just right here in this present moment in which we have all gathered together here this morning. Isn't it fabulous? As we slow our breathing right now and turn our attention within, we can become attuned to that invisible divine presence within us and everywhere around us. We can tune in to that energy source that we call God. And together, we can remember why we gather in spiritual community as we speak our vision statement together now. This center offers a path for awakening to the realization of oneness, open hearts, inspired life, empowered love. Our spiritual community welcomes all people to embrace oneness as the truth of our being. Together, we see a world of love, peace, and abundance for all.
Make a quiet place, within my mind, and I will listen, Holy Spirit, I will listen. We'll make a quiet place within my heart, and I will listen, Holy Spirit, I will listen. Be still, my soul, be still, my soul, be still and know. I will make a quiet place within my life, and I will listen, Holy Spirit, I will listen. I will make a quiet place. I will make a quiet place. I will make a quiet place.
And in this quietness, please breathe with me as we both come present, fully present in this moment. In this interior silence, I recognize that indwelling presence, the one life, the one power, the only being there is. I express this as God, as Spirit, as many names, as it expresses in unconditional love, wisdom, intelligence, creativity. It is the wholeness and the perfection of creation. And I recognize that this indwelling Spirit moves in and through and as me. And as I activate my consciousness to a deeper realization of the Spirit, I align myself with all the good that Spirit is, that I am. And I know this good is always available. And as I know this for myself, I know that each one here today is a perfect, magnificent expression of the divine. That Spirit of all good is moving in and through is each one of us. And that our magnificence is uniquely ours. And it's from this place of oneness that I can speak my word in fullness and confidence for those asking for prayer and for myself. For each one of us is the fullness of Spirit. And that fullness is active and present right where we are. And so I know that each life is energized and strengthened from within, for it is God's life as our life. And I speak this word for each of these people on the prayer list. Christopher, Gabe, Maddie, Nolan, Christina, T-Day family, Renee, Richard, Evan, Maria, Forrest, Ken, Opal, David, Colton, Sonia, Joe, Pasha, Preston, Diane, Donald, Alan, Claire, Chris, Lizzie, Melissa, Johnny, Tammy, Candy, Lorette, Jill, Judith, Raquel, Deja, Autumn, DJ, Sharon, Curtis, Larry, Crystal and kids, Shanti and Christian, Rose, Chris, Bill, Randall, Kiara, Bryson, Danny H., Anna, Cammie and family. And I declare that there are absolutely no obstacles to their acceptance of the flow of good and all of their affairs, their relationships, their health, their finances, that we let that divine wisdom guide and direct each of the requests into a wholesome, right outcome, that all is needed for that perfect health healing is available and comes through. And as the consciousness of this truth expands in each of us, we are open and free to accept all of the blessings that are ours, that every good thing on earth is available and abundantly supplied for our benefit. We see divine in all, and we express this love in all areas of our lives. All is well, and there is truth being revealed in each life and in each situation. So today this service is blessed and all those who make it possible, where we are uplifted and enfolded in this energy of love that just radiates from each and every one of us. This consciousness of the divine is expanded and deepened as we listen to the words, the message, the music, the fellowship, and our interactions with each other, the divine, meeting the divine. So filled with gratitude and appreciation for the magnificence of this truth that sets us free, that is so freely given in its entirety. I release these words into the law, knowing that Spirit always says yes. It is happening right now. And I just open my eyes in great expectation to the wonders to behold. And we just join together now, releasing these words, joining together and declaring, and so it is.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. 'Cause here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, it's a beautiful spring, and so if there is something that is holding you back from springing into that feeling of renewal and growth, please put your concerns in the prayer chest, and the practitioner will be doing affirmative prayer on your behalf this week. We must develop and maintain the capacity to forgive. He who is devoid of the power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. Martin Luther King Jr. And from Ernest Holmes, too often our minds are so burdened because of the mistakes we have made that we do not take the time to forgive ourselves and others and start all over again. And from Marianne Williamson, the practice of forgiveness is our most important contribution to the healing of the world.
Thank you, Lou. It's your lucky day, because today we're going to forgive, right? We're doing the most important work for the healing of the world. Just heard it from Marianne Williamson, so thank you, Lou, so much. So our theme or our focus for April is surrender and forgive. And today I'm going to talk a little about the practice that we're going to practice at the end, and then we are going to have a beautiful song where we will go right into our spiritual practice of forgiveness. So I think that surrender and forgiveness go hand in hand. That's why I put them together. They both lead to each other, I think. Surrender in the way that we're talking about it can be a letting go of something that may be hindering us on our journey towards our full expression of joy and harmony and wholeness. And when we become aware of this something, whatever it is, it could be a habit, it could be a belief of guilt or shame, it could be a resentment or a past experience or behavior. But becoming aware of the need to let it go and surrender to what's next, right, can lead us to the practice of forgiveness. So they just kind of work with each other. As we forgive ourselves and others, it leads us to surrender because we no longer need to cling to the energy of our past judgments of right and wrong, or our opinions, or our definitions of our lives that we've been holding on to. So then we can experience the energy of the new, or the now moment. When we clean out some of that energy we don't need anymore, we have room to move forward, right, to our full expression of harmony and joy, wholeness. Anybody want to go there with me? Yeah, okay. So we can learn, this is the idea of learning to stay in the present moment. Always realizing that feeling of that presence of God within us and all around us, and within you and all around you. We're trusting that God's got this, so that we can let go of the fear that seems to be holding us back a lot of times. So I want to start with a Buddha story, a story that Buddha would tell. And he said, suppose that a man is facing a great river and he has to cross to the other shore, but there is no boat to do so. What will he do? He would cut some trees, tie them together, and build a raft. He would sit on the raft, and using his hands or a stick, he would move to cross the river. And once he reached the other bank, what would he do? He would drop the raft because he no longer needs it. What he would not do, thinking about how useful the raft had been, is to load it on his shoulders and continue the journey with the raft on his back. This is the story that Buddha told his followers to explain to them the importance of practicing detachment and not to cling to things, experiences, or relationships. However, how often do we cling to the raft and drag it along the road, even though it is completely useless? The Buddha goes on to say, the shore on which we are is the present ego-related existence. The other shore is what we aspire to be. It represents our goals and our dreams. The raft helps us cross the waters. This is its function. But after, we have to abandon it. This Buddhist parable warns us of our tendency to cling to things and situations that can waste our lives by criticizing or trying to protect what we have accomplished, or simply feeding the fear that prevents us from discovering what's on the other shore, all of our dreams and our desires. It also warns us that in some phases of life, what has been useful may no longer be. And this is part of change and growth. If we remain tied to those ways of doing and communicating and thinking and believing about ourselves and each other and our lives, then it will be difficult to move forward to what's next for us, forward to realize those dreams and those desires that we have. That's why one of the most important and difficult lessons to learn is that the ties that once supported us may now hold us bonded. And at that point that comes, it is time to let them go. How might we be clinging onto our past to justify our present? We really need to be thinking deeply about those things. Even if thinking of the past is causing us some kind of suffering today, what is the payoff that we get holding on to this idea? Something to think about. So today, I suggest that we surrender to a bigger payoff, to the flow of spirit moving freely through our hearts and our minds, which brings peace to our hearts and our minds. And I think really that's what we all want, isn't it? Peace in our hearts and peace in our mind. So I've shared this practice before, and I just love it, and I'm going to share it again. It is the practice of Ho'oponopono. So, and here it is in 4 simple steps. So I got some of this information off of a website called harmonyhealthmassage.com. And so this is what they say at the beginning of this. They say, let's face it, our lives unfold based on how we think. The good news is that if we think the right thoughts, then life unfolds for us accordingly. The bad news is that if we think the wrong thoughts, then life unfolds for us accordingly. Controlling our thoughts is one of the most difficult things that we can do, because the mind, left to its own devices, is like a drunken monkey sometimes, randomly jumping from one thought to the next. Anybody relate? One thought makes us happy, another makes us sad, another thought starts us worrying about something that only might happen. And it's pretty crazy sometimes, right? Do you know what your next thought is going to be? Not usually. It just shows up. Whenever you're having difficult thoughts that are non-productive and stressing you out, it is time to take control of your thoughts and focus on happier thoughts. The practice of Ho'oponopono will do just that. And the good news is that you can do it in just 4 easy steps. Boy, do we like that, don't we? That sounds doable, right? 4 easy steps. It is doable if you do it, right? So, step 1. Here we go. Just say, I'm sorry. The first step is to realize that you are responsible for everything in your mind, even if it seems to be outside of you. Once you accept that, it's very natural to feel sorry. This realization can be difficult to accept, and our ego will definitely resist this level of responsibility. But once you start to practice this method and see results, it is nothing short of miraculous. A great exercise is to choose something that you already know that you've caused for yourself or maybe others. Start there and say, you're sorry. Just say, I'm sorry. That's it. It is even more powerful to say it more clearly, like, I realize that I am responsible for this issue, condition, whatever it might be in my life, and I accept responsibility, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for any harm I may have caused anyone, including myself, knowingly or unknowingly. I'm just sorry. Step 2. Please forgive me. Don't worry about who you're asking for forgiveness. Just ask. Please forgive me. Say it over and over and over, and really mean it. To be forgiven means there is no judgment placed upon you. You're asking this from God, from others, from mostly yourself, probably. In Matthew chapter 7, verse 7, Jesus says, "Ask, and it shall be given to you. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and the door will be opened." And further down in the verse, he also says, "So in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you." We are asking forgiveness. We are seeking to not be judged. We are knocking on the door of God, surrendering to that love, which is unconditional and always present. And then we find that the door is already open. Our attitude here should be for the highest good of all concerned, forgiveness for myself and for all others. I withhold judgments, labels, and definitions of myself and others. Otherwise, I limit the awareness of our Godness. Step 3, say thank you. Always following a true surrender and release of blame and judgment is a flow of gratitude, a deep appreciation for the everlasting loving arms of the divine, maintaining and sustaining our being in spite of our humanness. Say thank you. Again, it doesn't matter who or what you're thanking. Thank your body for all it does for you. Thank yourself for being the best you can be. Thank God. Thank the universe. Thank whatever it was that just forgave you. Just keep saying thank you. Number 4, I love you. Say, I love you. Say it to your body. Say it to God. Say it to the universe. Say, I love you. Say it to the air you breathe, to the house that shelters you. Say, I love you to your challenges. Say it over and over. Just say, I love you, and mean it. When we say and mean it, how do you mean it? You feel it. You really feel it, right? There is nothing as powerful as love. When we claim love in our life, we are attuning with the universal divine vibration of God, which is love. So speak love. Feel love. Feel the presence of love within you. That's it. The whole practice in a nutshell. Simple and amazingly effective. So I chose this spiritual practice because it's so easy to do ourselves, right? You can do it anywhere, anytime. You can do it out loud. You can do it silently. You can do it when you're in traffic. You can do it in the line at the grocery store. It doesn't matter. If you could default to Ho'oponopono, your life would just be radically different. The words work for us even if we're unaware of the blocks that we have. They open our consciousness to the power of love and forgiveness, allowing old past beliefs and guilts and resentments to be released from our energy field, making way for that unconditional love of the universe, which is our natural state of being, to be more fully present within us. Or actually, it's always fully present within us. We just become more aware of our own presence when we let go of those things. Releasing guilt and resentments and such allows us to use the power of our attention. See, we were paying attention to those things. We've taken our attention off of that, and now we can focus our attention on gratitude and love. Thank you. I love you. Will you usher into the world more gratitude and love? That is what will change this world. Each one of us choosing to let go of what no longer serves us. We set the raft down. It was very useful to get us here, but now we must not carry that raft on our back into our new adventures, our new goals, and our dreams. It served its purpose, and now we let it go. This will bring us peace and understanding, harmony and unity, joy and happiness. So don't underestimate these simple words, for when we speak them with authority and conviction, they release our divine power to do great works in the world. Marianne Williamson said so. Must be true. Whatever we are holding on to from our past, either positive or negative, we can think of that as a stepping stone to the present moment that we find ourselves in right now. Somehow we're still here. That's amazing to some people. We're still here. Here I am. In spite of all we've been through, here we are, right here together, right now. So here we surrender to something beyond our understanding, with complete faith that it responds to us as forgiveness, as we remove our blocks to peace and joy through forgiveness. That's the law of the Lord's Prayer. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, right? So I invite you into the inner stillness right now. So clear your lap and just get ready for a little bit. We're going to do a song, take a few deep breaths, and then after this song, I'm just going to lead you a little bit into Ho'oponopono. So stay in that space for just a little bit.
It's like the air around me. It's like the sunlight on my face. I feel the love of God surround me. I am touched by amazing grace. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed, was already there, closer than the sunlight, nearer than the air. I breathe in, and I am filled with the Spirit. It is health to my body, it is peace to my mind, it is joy. It is joy to my soul. And I breathe out a simple prayer. Thank you. And my breath becomes a song that was singing all along, that is singing everywhere. It is nearer than the air. It's like the air around me. like the sunlight on my face. I feel the love of God surround me. I am touched by amazing grace. And all I ever wanted, and all I ever needed, was already there. Closer than the sunlight, nearer than the air. And I breathe in, and I am filled with the Spirit. Oh, and it is health to my body, it is peace to my mind, it is joy, it is joy, it is joy to my soul. And I breathe out my simple prayer of thank you, and my breath becomes a song that we're singing all along, that is singing everywhere. It is nearer than the air. It's like the air around me. It's like the sunlight on my face. I feel the love of God surround me. I am touched by amazing grace. It's like the air around me.
Join with me now in repeating these words, either out loud or silently to yourself. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I invite you to sit in the presence of God and feel that presence as your own presence right now, as it bathes you in forgiveness. And I smile, knowing I'm forgiven. And so it is. And now, forevermore, I let it be so.
Thank you.
I love you. Give you a minute to change gears here. We'll sing together.
God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. God, you are
As the ushers come forth, this is our time to consciously participate in the law of circulation. So if you'll just take your hand, your offering, your gift, and just know with me that from the consciousness of abundance, that is my connection with the infinite, I graciously and gratefully give, knowing that as I give, I receive, that supply is unlimited, and I am always in the flow. And our affirmation,
I allow prosperity to come into my life daily.
I release and I let go. I let the spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. 'Cause I'm only for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only for God. I release and I let go. I let the spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. 'Cause I'm only for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
and in this abundance of God, we are gratefully blessed. These gifts are blessed as they go forth, blessing our community, our state, our world, and the whole universe. And so it is.
Okay, we're ready to claim our good together. Here it is, so we're just going to say this all together, all the way down. I have the courage to recognize the light within myself. I am capable of loving all of who I am. I forgive myself for my past decisions and actions. I release the past so I can step into the future with pure intentions. And so it is.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. love.